Greetings and welcome back to Mastering the edTPA. In videos 1 through 8, we looked at an overview of the overall edTPA process, and we went into some detail about Task 1. Today, in video 9, we're switching gears and moving on to Task 2. Buckle your seatbelts. It's about to get really exciting. Task 1, as you may remember, involves planning a series of 3 to 5 lessons with your specific students in mind. You provide a justification for those plans, along with commentary and instructional materials and assessments, and you package the whole thing in a way that the readers of Task 1 understand why you made the plans you made for the particular students you have in your class. I'm representing that with this graphic right here. In Task 2, you're going to teach the lessons that you planned in Task 1. Now that may seem fairly self-evident. Of course we would teach the lessons we planned, but it has happened with edTPA students before that the lessons they teach and record are not the lessons they planned in Task 1. That's not going to happen to you because I'm going to hammer this point home. The lessons you teach for Task 2 are the same lessons that you planned in Task 1. And what's more, you are going to film yourself teaching them. That's right, you're going to be on camera. And for those of you who do not like to hear the sound of your own voice or look at yourself on tape, too bad. This is a large part of your overall edTPA, and it's an important part because the film you provide is going to be the raw data that you provide to the edTPA scores to prove that you have met the requirements and can demonstrate the skills that they want you to demonstrate. So let's take a little deeper look at how Task 2 might be organized. The first step for completing Task 2 is to complete Task 1 because you cannot teach lessons that you have not planned. I think that's fairly straightforward. The second step for Task 2 is to collect permission slips. You are going to be filming students and you are going to be using their work in your edTPA portfolio. Furthermore, you will be sending that film and those work samples off to a third party. You must collect permission slips. We are dealing with minors here. There are no exceptions to this. Video 10 will deal exclusively with the permission slip process. Step 3. You will film yourself teaching the 3 to 5 lessons that you planned in Task 1. For some of you, this filming process may be daunting, and you start thinking about camera angles and lighting and what kind of microphone to use. Video 11 will deal exclusively with the technical aspects of the filming process, where to stand, what kind of cameras to use, what kind of technologies are available to you. It is not as complicated as you might think it is. In fact, your smartphone is probably sufficient for the entire task. In step 4, you will choose 10 to 15 minutes of film that best demonstrates what Task 2 wants you to demonstrate. There are skills that you need to show. You do not submit all of the film that you take. You will have hours and hours of film because you will film the entirety of 3 to 5 lessons. You are only allowed to submit 10 to 15 minutes of it. And so you get to pick what is essentially the highlight reel. Now, there are some rules about it. You are not, for example, allowed to edit. We will talk about that more in the filming videos. Furthermore, if you note the asterisk after 10 to 15 minutes, different edTPA endorsements have slightly different requirements about how much film or how many clips you are allowed to submit. Some allow up to 20, some allow no more than 10. Some allow for 3 clips, some say no more than 2. You must read your handbook carefully to make sure that you are submitting the proper number of clips in the allowed minutes. We will look at that in the filming videos that are coming up. And finally, step 5 is you will complete the Task 2 commentary, in which you will explain how the clips you chose demonstrate the skills that you were supposed to show. You cannot just upload the clips and call it good. You have to turn them into evidence by pointing to specific elements of the clips. For example, in video 2, at 2 minutes and 20 seconds, I said this. The students responded this way, and this interaction demonstrates the skill I am trying to demonstrate. We will look more at that writing and commentary process in upcoming videos. So, to sum things up for this brief overview, you need to film the lessons that you planned in Task 1. Permission slips are non-negotiable. You have to demonstrate specific skills on camera, and this will require some planning and even some choreography about is the camera going to follow you around the room or stay fixed on a tripod. And finally, each edTPA endorsement has slightly different video requirements, and you must look at the requirements for your endorsement. Again, we will cover all of these elements in more detail in upcoming videos. For now, you should have a fairly decent overview of what Task 2 is about and how you might go about doing it.